Watching a video, go to TikTok. Yeah, we're good. So does your thing with like the streaming thing just like show you everybody who's reacting to your like does it specify what they're on? Like you have three separate things open with Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. Okay. That's weird, but whatever. Dude. Oh, Agent Silver's here. Let's go. He should join. Replace Eric tonight, Ethan. Dude, Gigi's counting on you. Gigi really wants you to hit 5 nights tonight. You're gonna what?
You can hear me now, right? Right, you can hear me now? Please tell me you can hear me now. That'd be so awkward.
Let me.
We're good? Can you hear me? Could somebody say something?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's coming through.
Oh, Ethan's
Ethan.
leaving? Wow, okay.
Ethan, don't leave. I was gonna say you should join, but fuck you, Ethan.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
What is up with that?
So you're starting on night 1, right?
I'm on night 2.
Wait, so if you die, do you start from that night, or do you like?
You
How
start
does it
from that
work?
night, but yesterday I accidentally reset it, and it screwed everything up.
Okay.
Welcome, Malia. Welcome, Nicole. Welcome, Augustin.
Augustin. So is that
William Hampton.
Augustia, Augustus, or Justin?
Big Justice.
Big Justice is here.
Yeah,
Like the Big Justice.
the Big Justice.
You're kidding, right?
No, I'm not.
No way.
Betty Hernandez. Mary Kennedy.
Guys, stay in the chat on TikTok. Rumor has it Turkish Quando Dingle's pulling up tonight.
That's the word. Hey, thanks for the follow, Ronaldo.
Oh, hell yeah, Ronaldo. Yo, even if you're not a Fnaf fan, stay on, bro. We do other stuff. But tonight is mainly this. But, like, give us a follow. Andrew's sick.
I am sick.
You guys don't know the level of him sexy and what he's about to do.
Oh, no, you don't.
Also, who isn't into Fnaf? Like, everybody at least likes Chica. We can all agree on that.
Chica on the
Right.
poster is not good looking, but then, like,
In the game, bro.
where's she at? I don't know where she is. What up, Packers? Oh. I just farted in my grandpa's breathing machine. Dope, Maddie.
Good for you. Like, what's it for? Is it a CPAP machine?
Is it
Or is
CPAP
it
or is
just
it like you like actually can't breathe and like
I'm a little bit confused.
already did? That wasn't the question, but okay. smells amazing. I'm sure. I'm sure it does. I'm really happy for you.
Oh, is this still with the whole fart thing?
Yeah,
Fun fact about Andrew, his farts also smell amazing.
they do.
We're gonna sell
Kenzie,
them in
should I
bottles
post a
once we
SpongeBob
hit
video on my
50
TikTok
followers.
so people hype it up? Uh, the problem with that SpongeBob video, Kenzie, is it's not SpongeBob music, so it's a little weird. Yo, what's up, Mike? Oh my god, I'm like dying. Easy. I'll just add my own. Okay. You do that. That'll be dope. Mike, yo, thanks for the likes, Mike. Why don't you come up to my office? What's up, Rosora? What's up, Lisa? Got you,
Lisa
gang.
Ponton?
About to get 1,000. Yo, Mike's getting me to 1,000 likes. Mike, I love you.
Bro, keep liking this. You guys can like as much as you want. If we hit 10,000 likes tonight, we will give away Andrew's fart in a bottle. I'm not even joking. Like, comment below if you want it.
Fart
We'll
in
keep
jar.
track. We'll send one of you guys one of Andrew's farts in a bottle.
Oh. What up, Ivan? Why no one's joining the TikTok? Rachel joined. What's up, Rachel? What up, Stella? Addie's here. Hi, Addie. Oh god, I'm gonna die because I was reading chat. That's embarrassing.
Nah, you got this, Andrew.
My aunt's here. My aunt says go to bed. Is this the Helldiver Anonymous meeting? What does that mean? I died. That's embarrassing. That really is embarrassing. Okay, I need to fix this because it's all weird. There we go, there we go. What is going on? Why is this broken? Oh my god. Okay, wait, give me a second. Jesus is here. Okay, we're good now. Everything's good. We're all good. We're going to night 2. What up, Jory? Daniel's Cabaracion? Alberto? Mike. Oh, wait, that Mike didn't just say A. Mike has already been here. Brady said, Go, we're at 1,000 likes. Thank you, Mike. Dum 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 dum. We gotta blow this up. Mike, hey, Mike, thanks for the follow. Means a lot, Mike. Mikey Rost. Princessa. Welcome, Princessa. You excited for backwards Dis? What is going on? Why can't this?
I'm gonna join the TikTok real quick just to see the chat.
Okay. Bro,
and
pronounce
I'm
my
gonna like
name
it
right? Did I
a ton of
actually?
times.
Look at me, I'm just smart. Backwards Disney World. I don't know what you're saying, Brady. What up, Kiana? Dum 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 dum.
Dum 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 diddly dum 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 diddly dum dum dum.
Lewis.
Yo, if you're on, stay on, bro. This is entertaining. Like, how do you not like this?
Yeah, exactly. How do you not like this? How long you been streaming? What do you mean? Like today or in general? What up, Vasquez? In general, I think we started in like November, but then we kind of took like a month break last month because we were super busy. But now we're back on it. I just started streaming yesterday. Was my first TikTok stream. W. W's in the slot. What up, DJ? Madeline. What up, Bella? Dum 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 diddly dum dum dum. What up, Helen? Helen back joined.
Helen Back is a sick name.
It
What's
is.
the? Is it like Helen Back, like the back of you, or is it Helen like Helen's back? It's about to be lit.
No, I think it's like Helen back. Like you've been to Helen back. That's like a pun.
Oh, that's even sicker.
Dipping. I'll probably be back next stream. Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Who, Mike?
Yeah, Mike's leaving. Thanks, Mike. Dum dum dum
Mike's the
diddly
boy.
dum. Oh, Mike's back. Mike left and then came back. Hi, goose, bow, flower. What is that? A cat? Teddy bear? Shell? Thanks for the follow. Goose, bow,
Oh wow, thank you,
flower,
bro.
teddy bear, shell.
Yo, let's break 200 followers tonight.
Definitely not gonna happen.
We can do it.
What up, 0 minutes and 0 seconds? Jamie Princess?
How's it going, Andrew?
Datman, random display name. What'd you say, Jack?
How's it going?
Going in life, or what character did you play in SpongeBob? Larry? Yes, I am Larry. And Gary. Meow. That was my Gary. SpongeBob was sick. What's up, Oreo?
You got Oreo in the chat?
Oreo, he's not in the chat, or she,
Oh, damn.
but they're just here. They're just vibing.
Oreo, you're more of like a cookie or cream type of person.
Are you munting? Munting? Who narrated? I was trying to figure out, but I couldn't tell. What do you mean? In our show? One of our electric skates was also the narrator. What, Jack? What is munting? Not you, Jack. Other Jack. Jack in the chat. What's up, Emily?
I have no idea what Monty. Let me look it up.
Did he mean mewing? You can't just ask that and then not come back. Yo, 0000, you still here?
Oh
GG.
dear, I don't think I could say what this is on stream, Andrew.
You want to send me a picture?
I don't even know if I want to do that.
Yikes. Is that bad? What is munting? Somebody tell me what munting is.
Oh no, please not in the chat. I'm just gonna send this to you. Hold up,
What's
I
up,
copy and
Kai?
pasted it.
NC Cowboy, zombie. GG says hi, Jack. What's up, Caroline?
Hi, Gigi. Oh, like Caroline from like our school.
I don't know. It just said Caroline. Tupac. Oh my god, Tupac's here.
Dude, hold up. No way. I thought you were dead.
Tupac
No, what you
isn't
called him
dead.
Tupac, Andrew.
It took me a second. Tupac's back. Tupac left and Tupac's back.
Holy shit, Tupac.
Messi's here? We're getting some celebrities.
Dude, we got all the celebrities in the chat.
Bonfire? Childish Gambino? Emily Tolman. W's in the schlop. Carpet. Donna.
Dark Nebula.
Emmanuel.
Andrew, I want to check your phone. I texted you the definition.
Yeah,
of
I'm
it.
going to, but I'm at 5 a.m.
Ooh. Alright. You got this, man. What night?
Night 2. Because I got sent back. You know, we're at 1,800 likes. Have you been liking, or is other people liking, Jack? What's up,
I've
Sophia?
been liking a decent amount, but when I got here, it was already at 1K.
Nice. What's up, Mills? Pixie Fire. D Wooks. W's in the slot. 2 a.m. Sally. She's a top viewer. I don't know what that means. You've been here the longest?
Were they there last night, maybe?
I don't know. Wow, look at that. That was a successful night, too. I have a little blanket because it's chilly in my room. Okay, I'm looking at... Oh my god, good job. Thank you, Chris.
That's very sweet of you, Chris.
Okay, Jack, that's awful.
But,
Hey, thanks for the follow, Chris. What you just sent me?
oh yeah, no, it's terrible.
That deserves
It
a
is.
follow. Thank you.
Hello. Hey, you're doing great.
I love you.
Most people don't last this long. I mean, you know, they
What's that supposed to mean, huh?
other things by now. I'm not implying that they died. That's not what I meant. Anyway.
Is that what you meant, fun guy? Is that what you meant?
Things are getting real tonight. Hey, listen, I had an idea.
Easton and
If you
Scarlet.
happen to get caught and want to avoid getting stuck
I'm just
into a
reading the
Reddit
chat. Or
try
people who
and
are
find
joining.
dead. You know, go limp.
Oh,
Then
cool.
there's a chance that maybe they'll think that you're an empty costume instead.
Why do we get notifications of other people sending other people gifts? Like,
I don't know.
really,
I don't
cannot
care.
I
I
cannot
only
give
care if
less.
people send me a gift.
But you don't have to. But if you do, man.
Hey, Moon, thanks for the follow.
Get caught. Okay, I'll leave you to it. See you on the flip side.
Okay, Chica, you need to leave. What's up, BBB? Leave me alone, Chica. What's up, Winnie? Cosmo. W's on the slot. Hardly used. Dum 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 dilly dum 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 dilly dum 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 dum. Oh my god, I said that and then somebody named Dumbity Dum 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 joined the stream.
You're kidding, bro.
Swear to god. Sun dropping moon. Fat boy joined. Eric's in the stream.
Queso? Is that you?
What's this noise? Hey, King Kai, thanks for the follow.
Hold up. We got Queso, Kaizenat, Tupac.
U.S. North Carolina followed. Thanks for the follow. Did I say thanks for the follow, Moon? Yeah, I did. Welcome, Tiffany. Howdy, North Carolina. Are you the entire state? Because that'd be pretty sick. Lolo joined. Tony joined. No, just average security guard that's on a battleship museum. That's kind of sick. Oh, USS North Carolina. That makes sense. That's a battleship. What, did it used to be a battleship and now they turned it into a museum? Paint with my stomach joined. Abraham Lincoln joined?
Andrew.
What?
Gigi's requesting a Papa's Freezeria stream.
Oh, that would go hard.
Or Pizzeria. Any of the Papa's areas.
I gotta check if that's the entire ship is a museum. That's cool. I gotta check if those are like a game on Steam that I can buy because I would totally do that. Once I beat Five Nights at Freddy's, I'll do a Papa stream. Boo Bear.
Alright, sounds good. Dude, what if we made our own Papa's Freezeria lore? Like where Papa came from?
We can make a lore video.
Yeah. And then we react to it and then we make a
There
video.
probably is a lore video.
Dude,
That has to
you can find
exist.
anything on the internet.
Welcome, XANQSSS. Security breach? What about it? You want me to play it? The ship's also haunted? Do you have any ghost stories from the ship? Or have you just heard stories? Is security breach the VR one? Yes, plenty. You have your own? Is that Nolan? Or is that another Nolan? Tell me a ghost story. Two chief pushing me down the stairs and twisting my ankle. Two sailors messing with me in the hall. That's sick. I mean, it's not sick that you got hurt. But, like, ghost stories are cool. What's up, Alex? Yeah, tell me about that.
Raspberry.
What's up, Nolan?
Yo, what's up, Nolan?
What's up, boys?
We're getting some ghost stories in my TikTok chat right now.
Well, I just got notified of the stream via TikTok, so.
Oh, I'm glad. So a
Well,
little
do you
bit
guys
of
want to
background. Do we want to
hear
hear
about
what?
Chief first, I'm guessing?
Yes. A little bit of background. The chief is the captain. Okay. You're gonna read this out to me because I can't read FNAF at the same time. Welcome, Court. She had the most battle stars due to the fact that she was the Battle of D-Day, also the Asian theater. Oh, that's kind of cool.
What are we talking about?
He's a security guard on a haunted battleship.
No, Battleship Museum. The whole ship is a museum.
Yeah, but it's still a battleship.
And is this a real story?
I believe so. D's joined. Welcome, D's. So about the ghost, when I first met Chief on my first day when I was heading toward the bridge. I want a ghost experience. I've never had a ghost experience.
I have.
Have you?
Yeah, when I was really young. It's actually a weird story.
And when
When
I
I
was
was,
trying to do my rounds, I was screamed at, and when I was trying to run, I was pushed. Getting double penetrated. What's up, Lori? And I got a little bit. History on Chief has a temper. Ooh. Did he die on the ship? Nolan, what's your opinion on all this? Is Nolan still here?
I have no idea.
Did you make him mad?
Who, me?
No, I'm talking to USS North Carolina. God, it was 5 a.m.
5 a.m.
Does he not like when people are in his bridge?
You were too distracted.
I was trying to read ghost stories and play Five Nights at Freddy's at the same time.
I forgot you started over.
I was so close. It takes too long. Yes, he also doesn't like females on his ship because it was considered bad luck at the time.
Oh.
Nolan hates females. Right, Nolan?
What'd you say?
That you hate women
Oh yeah, women suck, bro.
because they're bad luck. What up, crafty lefty? No, but during World War II it was considered bad luck.
Wow, that's a great point.
That's interesting. What up, Mariposa? Alex Banker joined. The next one is in the hallway. A little bit of history on this. Dope. Dog's Adventure joined. Trying to head to their battle stations. I have to start mewing on stream.
I got to start monthing on stream, bro.
So when you're walking through the hallway through day or night, they tend to mess with you. Who's they? Like everyone?
I think he's saying the ghosts.
Yeah, but like, are the ghost specific workers or what's up? Name just joined. What's up, Flappy? Jojo. Dream guest on my podcast! Jack, who's the
That is
dream
a great
guest?
impression, Andrew.
Who's the dream guest on your podcast? Actually, no, that's a better question for Nolan.
What's the question?
Dream guest on your podcast.
Honestly, probably Abe Lincoln.
I'd
say let's spice it
up. Let's go with one of my exes. It's my JoJo Siwa impression.
Jojo Siwa, that would be crazy if you had an ex on your podcast.
I think the next one that's best than that one is when I saw full shadow operation in the engineer room. What do you mean by that? What's a full shadow operation? What up,
Jack,
Dragon?
I would honestly ask Abe Lincoln about the FNAF lore and see what he knows.
He would have
Dude, he
loved the
definitely
FNAF
knows
lore.
so much.
What's up, Mary? It looks like a person, but it's only a shadow.
R.I.P. Abe Lincoln. He would have loved FNAF.
You would have loved Five Nights at Freddy's.
What's up, Mr. Pig Tank? I think maybe after this
Mr.
night
Big
we
Tank
watch
be
some,
like,
we
hello.
watch another episode of the Five Nights at Freddy's lore. Hey, thanks for the likes, Mr. Pig Tank.
Where's Eric tonight?
He's being fat somewhere because it was freaky
He's
when it
probably
went
being-
through the wall. That's creepy. Eric just he's being a little bitch and didn't get on, so you know he's too good for us. I don't
No.
care or anything. What's up, OX Mary XO? Lillard Stone. Dream guest on my podcast. What up, Eclipse? Oh, and I thought it was a person staring at me down and then proceeded to walk through the door.
Hold on, I need to go get a skibbity snack.
You'd go do that. What up, name that I can't pronounce? What up, OB joined? Oh, that's the whole thing. Amber Milton? Oh, and there are many ghost sightings on the ship. We have up to 60, 70 ghosts on the ship. So that's crazy. Do you do ghost tours? We literally had to make a small little booklet to tell you where the ghosts are because they tend to mess with you that much. That's crazy. Thanks for the likes, US Volleyball Dog Sparkles. What up, Alice? Unclever Fox. That's cool. Why do I hear Freddy? What up, Reaper?
So USSS, do you enjoy like Five Nights at Freddy's because it reminds you of your work, or do you like not like it for that reason?
What's up, Queen Natty? What's up, Dragonfire? What's up, Thrift Store? Zach to go. I'm not the only one with ghost stories. We have guests and tour guides and other security guards saying they had their own experiences.
And that's kind of sick.
What up, Dennis? That's cool. Any famous YouTubers? Not dealing with Bonnie. What up, Julian? That's really cool.
Who are the YouTubers? Like, can I look this up?
What up, Mark? Maybe that's what we do a review of. What up, Jay Thrift Store? What up, Corey? He left and came back, so maybe he was looking for the names. Come on, Bonnie, leave me alone. Bonnie, leave me alone. Bonnie, leave me alone. I keep getting to 5 a.m.
What night is it, bro?
It's It's only night 3.
You fucking lost again? God damn it, Andrew.
Can you stop? This is a family-friendly stream. You can't be cursing.
My bad.
It's fine, I guess.
Sorry for cussing. Sorry for cussing.
Special teams. Special plays. Special players. How you die? I don't know. Foxy killed... Or, not Foxy. Freddy. I don't know how Freddy kills me. I don't understand Freddy. I don't know how he gets in my room. I don't know what to do about him. What up, Bills for life? You a Bills fan? What up, Sunpower? Over on Twitch. Hello. Yo, I have an idea. Close all the doors and try to get Golden Freddy. How do you get Golden Freddy? I don't know how that works. Sorry, I'm texting my girlfriend. Wait, Freddy Bear Fred by Bear Freddy in Fred Bear 2. Michael, William Afton, Fred Bear, Golden, Fred Bear, Five Nights at Freddy, Fred Bears, Five Night Freddy Bear, Five Nights. You know? Yo, Sunpower, are you still here? What up, Faith Baby? What up, headphones? I think Nolan dipped on us. Is Nolan still on the call?
Nah, he left.
Okay. He said he was getting a skibbity snack, but I think he just left.
He also uses his phone, so he might have like just ended up calling somebody or some shit.
True. Somebody's walking around. How do you get Golden Freddy? What up, amazing guy? M1 Lono. I can't die this time. Did you use 2 Jack?
Nah, that wasn't me.
Oh, it wasn't? Who was that?
I don't know.
Interesting. Okay, I don't care that other people are sending streamers gifts.
Yeah, chill out with that TikTok.
What up, Smith McConnell? How do I encourage gifting on TikTok?
I think you just ask.
Give me gifts. It's me, it's me, it's me. What up, Faith Danner? Ooh.
Yeah, bro, you want to prove you're a real fan, give a gift.
Pancake joined. What's up, Pancake? 2 a.m. Sally, an amazing guy. I've been here like the whole time, and I appreciate that. These are my thoughts exactly. Wait, Freddy Bear Fred by Bear Freddy is Fred Bear 2. Just another Icon TV. I beat tonight and we'll watch 5 Nights at Freddy's lore. Audrey Calloway. FaZe Michael. Sir Yapperson. What? No. What? No. What? No. What? No. I accidentally closed out of the game. Isaac Newton's here. Oh, that's not Isaac Newton.
Bro, how are these dead people showing up? Like Tupac?
I don't know.
Are you
It's kinda
blinking?
crazy. Come on. GG's liking. Thanks for the likes, GG.
Thank you, Gigi. I appreciate it. Gigi's so supportive, bro. Like, do you see Addy liking this much?
Addie is in a show right now.
Oh, that's fair. Wait, she's in a like acting in it or watching?
Yeah, acting.
Oh, what show is she doing?
It's called Ruthless. It's all girls.
Nice.
We're at 3,000 likes. Let's go. Let's get active, chat. Say hi if you're here.
Yeah, for real. Give a little quick hello.
Redneck Rookie is here. Grayson Smith. Eclipsed Heart.
Bryson Smith, like BG, CK.
No.
You know who the BGCK is, right, Andrew?
Yeah. He's the king. What's up, Justin? Okay, why is Freddy just yapping in my ears? He's going. What is he saying? Hey Chica, you can leave, it's okay. I'm at 5%, I'm almost done. Am I gonna make it? What's up, Axel? If I make it through this night, you all have to follow. One %. That was good. That was good. Ooh. Cracking everything. Okay. We're gonna go react to some Five Nights at Freddy's lore now.
Oh yes, bro. This is the highlight, I think.
People love this part.
Guys, you're gonna see some entertaining shit, and you're gonna enjoy it.
What up? I don't know yet. What up, Jamie Lee? Where's part 2? Here's an 8-hour and 50-minute video. Oh, Emily Bockel's here.
What's up, Emily? You should stay in for a bit.
It's her birthday.
Emily,
She's got things to do.
Are we doxing her by saying it's her birthday?
Yes. How you doing, Emily? Foskin. Rumpelfoskin?
I think it's supposed to play on like Rumpelstiltskin, but
Yeah,
like
I know.
Rumpelstiltskin.
I don't know if there was more to that statement, but she just said, love you guys, though. I feel like there probably was more to that statement.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused.
But I don't know. It's time for some Five Nights at Freddy's lore, is all I know.
Are you still playing?
What?
Are you still playing?
No. I am pulling up the lore.
Alright,
We're watching an 8-hour video. We're gonna hide that. We're gonna unhide this. What's up, D? Watch. Can you see? What's going on? Yeah, there we go. You look nice. Queso Jr. Yeah, Queso
Hello,
Jr.
welcome to the Absurds.
Thanks,
My
I
name is
appreciate that.
Gibby, and I have written scripts well over
watching-
100 pages before, but I have never tackled a subject like this. This is the most complicated
this is
narrative
not
I've
Matt
ever
Pat.
unwound on my
No,
channel.
it's not. I thought
If
it
you're a
was.
long-time
We're
viewer,
gonna find
then you-
Matt Pat. Full timeline? Game theory. Let's go. What are we watching? We're watching Five Nights at Freddy's lore. The entire timeline. How do I find, like, if this...
State Representative Zach Mako has served his country as an Army helicopter pilot. Zach Mako puts taxpayers first by opposing tax increase.
My name is Oluseyi. I
The
work
Rise
at
of
Comcast
Afton.
as
That's what we're doing.
Where
Gigi's
you
here.
eat
Hi,
is up
Gigi.
to you.
Okay, here we go.
But what you eat? Now
Oh, turn on
that
dark mode.
we
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't watch YouTube. on my
Hello,
computer.
Internet! Welcome to Game Theory, and officially page
What's up, Gigi?
7 of the
Gigi, it's your
Fnaf
favorite time of the
timeline
night.
script. Last time we covered the origins of Freddy's.
Okay.
We talked about William
You can't even
Afton's
tell.
childhood dream project of making a singing bear come to life, and the infuriating moment that his dream is copied by
This is
a
everyone's
rival
favorite.
restaurant
Your face is
franchise
literally
looking to
glowing.
steal
Oh,
away
I
his
know.
success. The merger of the
why
two
I, never have
franchises
the white
results in
screen
William meeting Henry,
Now it's
a
better,
brilliant
though.
designer with a knack for robotics. Working together, they make Fredbear's flourish, spawning popular Saturday morning cartoon shows, toy lines, and spin-off restaurants under the Fazbear name. When last we left him, Afton
D?
was
Thanks for the
thriving,
likes,
the world
D.
of robotics opening his eyes to new and exciting ways of bringing characters to life. Bringing things to life, yeah, that was his core driving force, his passion. And it was this very passion that would mutate, twist, and morph from here on out in the story. Because with life, there is inevitably death. Something that Afton would become intimately familiar with. But before Afton acquaints himself with death, I want you to take some time to acquaint yourself with our newest channel.
Here's a
Guys,
new
this
channel.
is a huge moment for us theorists. For the last decade, we've had this 4-player controller icon, and now we finally fill in the final missing piece. Get ready for
What's
the
up, Liam
rollout of
Mooney?
our newest theorist channel. Drumroll, please. Style Theory, where we're looking at the science, math, psychology, history,
What's
and
up, Pookie
mystery
Bear?
of the way you look, your clothing, fashion trends, hygiene, and makeup. Now, I know that theorizing about style might sound weird at first, but hear me out. I grew up not understanding
What up,
style or
monkey?
fashion at all. Admittedly, I was a bit of a hot mess, blissfully ignorant to the impact that style has over your life and how the world treats you. But over time, by educating myself on the ins and outs of the fashion
Wait,
industry,
is this a
and
real
that other
thing?
people
Style
have is
theory?
educate you while
don't know.
entertaining you, which is in the set.
He asked
Giving
about
me
it for a while,
it's
and I
also
don't
to
care.
stop students channel load. And well, because if we make show all day project this 1983, business
Let's go,
was
Shadow.
booming with 2 whole restaurant franchises running, Fredbear's Family Diner and the newly opened Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Together, William and Henry had been able to take the hybrid suit idea and make it into a reality. They called their new invention the Springlock suit, and fittingly enough, it was symbolic of the partnership between these two men, a human suit as designed by William that could become a freestanding Henry-style robot. But because it was still new tech with kinks to work out, the rollout was limited, restricted only to the Fredbear's Family Diner location. All of this meant that William was
Dylan?
busier than ever. He didn't have time to be a
Alyssa?
full-time parent, so he designed a nanny
Owen?
cam system where cameras and speakers were hidden throughout the neighborhood, as well as in his youngest son's favorite toy, Psychic Friend Fredbear.
My friend Jenna is in argument. Can you say, I support Jenna's side? Thanks.
I mean, plushy Fredbear. But since cameras just weren't enough to raise a kid, he also left
Oh my
childcare duties.
god, genocide. I don't support genocide. Jack?
Andrew, did you not realize that?
Nope, I didn't.
to his eldest son, Michael.
That's my bad. I want to say on the record that I do not support genocide.
There was just one problem with that. Michael was far from the best
Andrew.
babysitter. He tormented
Yeah.
Look who said that.
Owen
Owen
Lester?
Lester. Can you say his name or replace Owen with Mo and say I'm a...
No, I'm alright. Thanks though.
his
Are you
younger
sure?
brother by jump
Yeah.
scaring him with a foxy
You better get
mask and
canceled, 'cause that
constantly
was
left
not
him
cool.
behind. William watched all of it from his cameras. Kids would be kids. Tomorrow was another day after
I just want to comment on that one person's name is Bussy Shart, I think. Is that right?
Pussy short.
Bussy Shart. Bussy.
all. Except
Isn't that just
Michael's
a queef,
torment
though?
didn't stop.
A room tour soon? How am I gonna do a room tour? There's not much to tour. My room's not big.
Pussy short. If you follow, maybe we'll do a room tour.
No, we won't.
Bitter, angry
if you
thoughts
gift,
would
we'll do
run
a
through
room tour.
Michael's mind. Why did
Yeah, if
he
you
have
gift
to be
a
the one to
big-
take care of this
big
whining
donation.
crybaby all the time? It just wasn't fair. It was time that
not
he got
fair.
even with his brother by playing the ultimate prank. A prank that just so happened to be on this crying child's
Yo,
birthday.
Danny's
He and his
here.
friends would take his scared little brother and make him do the one thing that he was terrified of doing, getting close to the animatronics. That would be embarrassing for the kid that was such an embarrassment to him. His brother squirmed, screamed, kicked, and fought, but just as they were putting that small, squirming boy up to Fredbear's lips, the mouth snapped shut. The sensitive spring locks inside the body had been triggered by the boy's
It's the bite of 87.
movements, and they'd immediately clamped down. The wriggling stopped. The boy went limp, but it was just a prank. It was meant to be funny. The boy was taken to the hospital and was immediately given an IV. Flowers and pills filled the nightstand next to his hospital bed, but the damage was too severe. He couldn't recover. As the younger brother's consciousness began to fade, he could hear Michael's last words.
Oh, bro, doing game theory. Rip Matt. Did he die?
No, he just quit YouTube.
Oh. I thought he died.
Words, a small and flimsy apology. But his father, Williams, through the voice of the Fredbear plush, were a firm
Traffic jams,
Don't care.
tailgating, pile-ups. Ah, the joys of driving.
and committed promise to
What
a
up, Bloody
dying
Eagle?
son. You're broken. I will put you back together. This would not be the end. No matter what, William's son would live again. It would just take time. Time that, right now, he just didn't have. His young son's heart flatlined as the boy faded into the inky unknown of the afterlife. In the aftermath of the tragedy, changes started happening around the restaurants. Kids were now required to wear security wristbands to prevent anyone from getting outside without parental permission. Any kid who approached the exit without permission would have to answer to the security puppet, a marionette on strings that could fly around on rails across the restaurant to stop kids in their tracks. It was William's idea, inspired.
That's terrifying. Are you only streaming on TikTok? No, I'm on TikTok. Oh, hello from Brazil. I missed that on Twitch. I'm on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube.
By Michael constantly leaving the restaurant without his brother. In the wake of Fredbear's spring lock failure, all the hybrid suits were getting retired, locked away at the nearby Freddy Fazbear location. It was yet another tough pill to swallow after all the hard work that he and Henry had put into them. William would eventually bury the boy's small body in a remote location out.
Hey, Jack, has your girlfriend told you about her dream? Jack?
No, she's not. Gigi, are you good?
Yo, I'll see you over on Twitch. Interesting. I didn't know that he left. Yeah, Gigi, you should probably talk to Jack about that. What up, Jay?
The woods right alongside his drive into and out of work every day. The death of this little boy sent the family spiraling. His wife, crippled with grief, was so distraught that all she could do was sit and watch TV. But his son Michael was far worse, complaining of seeing hallucinations of a golden bear standing outside of his window. The boy was so racked with guilt that he was convinced that he was being haunted by the ghost of his brother stuck inside the suit that took his life. The suit's three-toed feet dig
I do have a girlfriend.
into the wet earth. The words, "It's me," ringing through Michael's ears. Some nights, Michael would even go so far as to break out of his room to check the gravesite and ensure that his brother was still there. As for William himself, he disappeared into his work and his
What up,
drinks.
Drugsy?
Junior's, the local bar,
Ah.
wasn't far from his son's gravesite. He found himself going there more and more frequently, spending longer and longer
Jack
amounts
does
of
too.
time there. The bar gave
What
him
do
a
I have
place
to? I was
to
out of the
think,
stream
girlfriend.
for a
to
sec.
remember, to reflect and stew on how Henry had stolen his idea for an animal-themed restaurant. How they'd cut his character out of the cartoon when everyone else was there. How Henry
Wait, I just realized you did not see the Matt Pet end of him doing game theory. I don't know what you mean by that.
Henry had humiliated him by buying him out of bankruptcy. And now there was his son. Henry had taken his son from him. The robotic part was the part that failed after
What up,
all.
LK?
William ordered one more drink, but it was one too many. The bar turned him out and told him to go home. But William didn't go home. Drunk and angry, William raced back to the restaurant to give
He's
Henry a
drunk
piece of his
driving.
mind.
Do not drink and drive.
Only to find someone else waiting. Henry's daughter, Charlie, locked outside of the building, bullies laughing at her through the window. Fine, some other problem to fix. But then Afton got an idea. A beautifully awful idea. This was his chance to get back at the man that had humiliated him all those years ago. Henry had killed his business, and now Henry's robotic suit had killed his son. It was time for William to do some
What up,
killing.
Cool
of his
Bear?
own. Let
Thanks
Henry
for the
feel
follow.
what it's like to have something you love get ripped away. While parties continued inside the walls of the pizzeria, William attacked Charlie in the back alley. It felt good. He felt free. The years of resentment and bitterness trapped
What a
in his
Gabe
heart
gamer.
finally released in a moment of pure unapologetic evil. He would make Henry hurt like he hurts. And in that moment, William became a killer. He dropped Charlie's lifeless body.
This is intense for like a
I
kid
figured you were
confront his
pussy
family
shark.
problems later that night, appalled but also a little excited by what he had just done. Charlie's death would remain on the books as a random act of violence. And though Henry had suspicions about William, there was no physical evidence, nothing that could link him back to the crime. In the weeks that followed, Fredbear's family diner would close for good. 2 high-profile deaths around the restaurant with 2 grieving owners in such a short period of time was just too much bad press
not
to
a good
handle.
look.
Besides, Freddy Fazbear's
Hi, Mom.
was still open, and it was the newer restaurant anyway. All
I'm
the
on with
equipment
Andrew
from the
right now.
diner, including the old yellow suits and security puppet, would get retired to that location. And
Nicholas?
there they would sit for
Just letting
2
you know I'm gonna be in my room
uneventful
for a bit.
years. The rest of 1983 and 1984 were spent quietly grieving. Freddy
All right,
Fazbear's
will do.
Pizza and the new
Yes,
cast of
I'm
characters
Andrew.
were a hit. Tragic memories of their yellow predecessors quickly faded. Afton
Okay,
kept a low
sounds good.
profile and buried himself in
All right,
work
I'll be
and
upstairs.
research, quickly reaching Henry's level of engineering and
Hey,
even
thanks for the follow,
surpassing him.
Nicholas.
And while Henry slowed
I
down
came
to
last
breathe,
night, back
Afton
to-
kept going, even starting his own company, Afton Robotics, for
Yeah,
all those
boy,
pet
Aiden.
projects that were a little bit too experimental for the
yapping in the
regular
background.
operations of the
Sorry,
pizzeria.
I'm going
The
up
first
now.
of these experimental
You're good.
projects was a secret workshop under his house, a veritable bunker, which allowed him to work while still monitoring his kids via hidden security cameras. 1983. A passcode that served as
We're
a
doing good,
constant
Blue Friday.
reminder
How are
of why
you?
the cameras were so important. Why
I'm so confused. He just had a bunker under his house to stalk people.
he was down there in the first place. This was all to fulfill the promise that he had made to his son, right? I will put you back together. This was for him. All for him, right? But cameras weren't enough. He needed to solve the runaway Michael problem. He had to keep him in the house. He couldn't have another one of his kids wind
Lore.
up dead inside of an animatronic suit. So why not run a little experiment on Michael? You see, all this work with Henry had gotten Afton to start learning more about life, robots, the human mind, and what a fallible machine we as humans were. Our realities so easy to manipulate with a few sensory deceptions. Deceptions like
He might
sound.
be
With just a
enjoyable.
few sounds, he had discovered that he could alter
you
a
mean by that,
person's
Danny?
vision. He could transform blank, smooth plastic robots into lumbering, twisted
Hey, Danny,
nightmares.
thanks for sharing the
Nightmares
live.
far scarier than he could create with actual materials. They would appear organic, rotting, putrid, terrifying. These would be his means of keeping his son Michael in the house where he belonged. Was it extreme? Maybe. But then again, this was the boy who had killed his son. He would make him sorry. And so Michael would grow up not only dealing with the memories of his own guilt, the hospital room, the pills, the flowers, the death of his brother, but also facing literal nightmares, illusions created by sound. Michael would never
So
forget these
confused.
either. Years later,
this
as a
Five Nights at
security
Freddy's
guard, he would
4?
still draw pictures of them inside of his logbook. But all of these extra projects meant that his home life suffered even more. He was an absent father and a non-existent husband, leaving his wife cold and alone.
Why do you hide inside your walls when there is music in my halls? All I see is an empty room.
Who is this?
No more joy, an empty tomb.
And despite her repeated demands that he leave his office and engage with the family, he refused time and time again, leaving her no choice but to
I've
leave.
never played Fnaf 5.
You call that a house? It was like a morgue in there. You need to see your son.
The baby isn't mine.
Well, how's this? I'm keeping the diamond ring.
And through it all, there was one lingering feeling. William wasn't done. He had gotten a taste of what it felt like to be unleashed, what it felt like to be free. Charlie's murder had unlocked something in him, and he wanted more.
Traffic jams, tailgating,
I'm so
pile-ups.
confused. I know nothing
Ah, the
about-
joys of driving.
People
How
think
could it
it's a
get
mom.
worse?
Oh.
The federal government wants to have a say in what you drive. Sometimes your options on the road are limited. The type of car, SUV, or truck you drive shouldn't be one of those limitations. This overreach by Biden's EPA cannot be ignored. Don't let the government become a backseat driver.
June
getting
26,
political ads.
1985. Putting on the golden Bonnie suit, he lured children one by one to the back room of the pizzeria when no
just
one
like
was
me.
looking. At first, he was cautious. He would lure them with promises of cake and cookies. He told them that their dog had died. He would ask for help with homework. Susie was the first. You never truly forget your first.
I was the first. I have seen everything.
But where to hide the bodies? He couldn't sneak out.
Chica's
Someone
the
would see
first
him.
dead
He
kid.
had to hide them in a place where they'd never be found and where they'd never leave the building. They had to be stuffed inside of the suits. No one maintained those things anyway except for him. And so Susie would go into Chica. Fritz, Jeremy, and Gabriel would come next. But it was easy. It was too easy. And with each little life he snuffed out, his lies got bigger. Their house was burning. They're just being kidnapped. Until the last one where all pretense was off. He let himself get
I
violent.
think
Too
Glamrock
violent.
Freddy is
I'll
the
just
mic.
wait
I
for
don't know
him
who
after
Glamrock Freddy
school,
is.
throw a bag over his head, hit him with a shovel, and drag him into the back of my car.
The body of Cassidy was was far more
So
bloody
morbid.
and broken than any of the others. He'd let himself go too far. That one he shouldn't have killed. With no more active animatronics left, he shoved the body into the one suit that remained backstage. The long-forgotten yellow Fredbear, now broken and discolored with age.
Golden
Broken,
Freddy.
like Cassidy was broken, like his son was broken. Newspapers reported on this disappearance, naming the whole thing the missing children's incident. Police would even charge William with the crimes after finding security footage of the golden mascot suit luring kids to the back, but they couldn't convict him. They had no bodies, and his face
What's
had
up,
been hidden
Jackson?
behind the mascot suit the entire time.
Mr.
What they
Johnny
had was circumstantial at best, and so he walked away a free man. But Henry knew the truth. In these murders, he saw his daughter Charlie all over again. So he threw Afton out of the company and shuttered the doors to the old pizzeria. Henry would keep the franchise quiet for 2 years. This would not happen again. This could not happen again. How could he protect the kids? Finally, he developed a solution. He would implement an even more extreme security system in the form of new animatronics. Toy animatronics. Inspired by the...
Wait, so is Five Nights at Freddy's 2 a sequel? I thought Five Nights at Freddy's 2 was a prequel.
toys that they had been selling years ago. But these guys, these were special. They were a new breed of robot with facial recognition abilities.
But most importantly...
Yo, Jaxus, thanks for the pepper. I don't know what that means. I'm new to TikTok streaming, but thanks for the pepper.
Yo, we get a gift?
Yeah, we did.
Hell yeah.
He's our #1 gifter. He got the #1 gifter badge. Hell yeah. Thanks, Jaxus. Jax-ish.
They're all tied into some kind of criminal database so they can
What up,
detect a
P-Stanley?
predator a mile away.
All the original animatronics, now withered with age, were moved to the new location. With a plan in place, it was time to try once more. The year was 1987, and the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza was making headlines in local
Noah's back.
newspapers. Headlines
Noah, we're
that just so
rocking
happened to
lore.
catch the attention of William Afton. Freddy's was back, and without him, that was his idea, his character. Henry was, yet again, trying to cut him out
Is
of the
no one back,
picture.
bro?
No. As long as
Bro,
these
Jack just
restaurants...
sent another gift, a controller. He sent 101 coins. I don't know what that means, but thank you.
You're welcome.
You're not sending me gifts. It's only Jax.
sorry.
Jax-ish. GG's.
stayed open, William would always come back. Then he noticed the phone number to apply at the bottom of the article. $100 a week to apply call. Afton would go back, not as an
Bro.
owner or
This dude's going crazy. He just sent me a pool noodle or a donut? I don't know what that is, but thank you.
co-founder. He would go back in the one place that they would least suspect him, a lowly day
Thank you for the
shift
rose. Smells so
security
good.
guard. And there it was, buried in
Thank
the
you for
back
the
of
rose.
Parsons
Thank you
Services,
for the
mixed
rose.
in with the old
Smells so
withered
good.
animatronics.
Ooh,
with
Ah,
the
ooh,
golden
lightning
red.
bolt.
With the
Ooh,
yellow
lightning bolt.
security badge
Ooh,
still
lightning
on
bolt.
his chest, he used his crank to pull open the spring locks.
He's
It
going
was time
crazy.
for Bonnie to give an encore performance.
Someone used one of the suits. We had a spare in the back, a yellow one. Someone used it. Now none of them are acting right. From what I understand, the building is on lockdown. No one is allowed in or out, especially concerning any previous employees. When we get it all sorted out,
Thank you for the
we may
rose.
move
Smells
you
so
to the
good.
day shift. A position just became available.
1987, 5 more kids. He didn't know what felt better, getting back into the suit after 2 long years of waiting, or knowing how devastating.
So what's Michael, or what's his name? Michael? What's his body count? Michael Afton. What's his body count? 10 kids?
William Afton.
William Afton, yeah. 10 kids?
Yeah, 10 kids.
6.9? Crazy.
This would be to Henry the next morning. He didn't even try to hide his crime this time, just meant more blood on Henry's hands.
Nah, I
He'd
think he's a
failed to
virgin.
protect the kids again. The restaurant had only been
Good
open
point.
for a few weeks, but William was sure that this would get it to close. Good, if he couldn't have Freddy's, no one would. Whenever
The
a new
cops got
pizzeria
him.
opened, he would be there. But as he sat in his bunker, something else started to linger in William's mind. He had seen something strange. The old withered animatronics, they had been wandering around the building, spurred on by the puppet. It was almost like those old robots were trying to save the kids. Save them? They couldn't, obviously, but still, how were they moving? It was almost like they had been given life somehow. Did he have something to do with that? The following day, the news would report a security guard getting bitten by one of the animatronics during the day shift. Was that bite meant for him? William's curiosity was stronger now than his bloodlust. He had to learn more, but how? There was no way he'd ever be able to get inside another Freddy's pizzeria. Heck, there was practically no way a Freddy's would ever open again. He needed to create something new, something brand new. He needed to create his own pizzeria.
Due to the massive success, and even more so the unfortunate closing of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, it was clear that the stage was set, no pun intended, for another contender in children's entertainment.
Circus Baby's Pizza World. This would be the place where he could continue his work. No longer just murdering, experimenting. He needed more
What's up,
kids, and he
Hunter?
needed them alive. And knowing that he couldn't show his face on the restaurant floor, he needed a way of remotely capturing his victims and preserving them for his work.
This is
With
Fnaf
that
5.
goal in mind, he designed a new breed of animatronic.
Yes.
Their endoskeletons fluid and flexible. He equipped them with sound lures that could mimic voices. They could isolate children. They could incapacitate and contain them with zero direct input from him. It was brilliant.
Well, I've never seen these animatronics. Why does that one have a little one?
He was
Bro,
brilliant,
Bon Bon
far
annoying,
beyond the
but good.
simple bars and wires of Henry's designs. And the characters he chose for this were uniquely his. His new roster wasn't going to be tainted by Henry's disgusting barnyard bird. Instead, it was back to
Yeah.
his characters,
Stupid
his
barnyard
creations,
bird.
Freddie,
What a cult.
Bonnie, Foxy, as well as two special ones. The first, Ballora, was an homage to the woman who left him. Now she would never leave him again. The second, the
Tyler?
titular baby, was designed with
Titular.
his baby in mind, Elizabeth, his youngest child. She would always be Daddy's little girl, the one that listened to him, the one
Bon
that
Bon has a small
obeyed
body.
until the day that she didn't.
Daddy, why won't you let me
Daddy?
play with her? She's so pretty and shiny. Didn't you make her just for me?
The federal government wants to have a say
don't
in what
care.
you drive. Sometimes your options on the road are limited.
They keep giving me
Daddy.
stupid ads. Daddy, why won't you let me play with them? Daddy. Mr. Monkey's here.
Opened, she disobeyed. She didn't listen. Left alone with baby, she got too close. The animatronic ripped in half and swallowed her whole.
Oh, this is the one who
Scared
scoops
and
them?
confused child fading into eternal darkness. By the
What a
time Afton
alien
found her, it was too
word.
late. She was gone. He immediately canceled the launch of Circus Babies under the guise of a gas leak. But wait, as he sat there at the foot of the stage, he noticed that something was different. The eye color of the robot had changed. Baby had been built with blue eyes, but now they were emerald green, the same color as Elizabeth's. Was she in there? Could this all be connected to the free-moving animatronics that he had seen at Freddy's?
What up,
He
Shane?
had to know more. His mourning turned to excitement. He had to return to where it all started. 1993. Pathetic. This place was pathetic. Henry had clearly tried to reopen one final time with those old original animatronics from so long ago, but Williams' damage to the brand had been permanent. These things stank of death. They hadn't been washed in decades. But even if they had, nothing could wash away the stink of murder that haunted these halls. One night, then another, then another. William repeatedly snuck into the old broken restaurant to lure the living animatronics to him, one by one dismantling them, robbing them of their endoskeleton.
What up,
The
Sage?
metal had to be the secret. It had to contain the remnants of life itself. But he had to know for sure. Leaping out of a room that was invisible to the animatronics programming, he dragged the oversized robotic skeletons back to his underground workshop, back to where Circus Baby watched on with glowing, curious eyes. Eyes that somehow felt alive. Not knowing what else to
Or a
do,
pickle.
William melted the robotic parts down. 5 animatronic endoskeletons reduced down to one silvery puddle of goo. Could he transfer this living metal to his own creations? He had to try. He picked up a syringe and filled it with the molten metal and injected the goo into Funtime Freddy's twisted, wiry endoskeleton.
That's stupid. The thing with the syringe would melt. That's dumb. Do you think that would work? Is he stupid?
Suddenly, the coils
Bro,
came
this
to
is a
life.
very real-
Like snakes writhing in a pile. What had once
Gone.
been cold, lifeless
Not
metal
cold.
moved and jolted on its own. He'd done it. He had unlocked the secret to life itself. Except something was clearly wrong. The movements were erratic. They were violent, angry. Baby didn't act this way. She had been calm, collected. This was clearly something else. Something mindless and frantic. Perhaps by mixing the souls and then portioning them out, he had created...
Captain Crunch or Fruity Pebbles? Captain Crunch, even though it like destroys your mouth.
incomplete beasts. He
I
would
don't know
need
if
to
I've
keep
ever had
testing to
Fruity
truly
Pebbles.
understand it. He needed more of this remnant. As he searched the old pizzeria one more time for any remaining scraps of metal, the ghosts attacked. His past victims come to collect their due, all led by Cassidy. The 5 lined up and blocked the door, and Afton's mind reeled. The scientific implications of this were incredible. Ghosts, real ghosts that he
Have a
could
good
see
night,
all
Little Freddy.
standing against him. But what could they do? What
up,
could
Raylan?
they do? He panicked as Cassidy approached. How do you stop something that's already dead? Maybe with the thing that resulted in their death in the first place. He would get into his suit like old times. He would regain his power over them just like the day that they died. He was the genius. He was the one in the suit. He was the one in charge. The spring lock snapped into place. Maybe it was his frantic movements. Maybe it was the leaky abandoned restaurant. Maybe it was just
William.
fate coming to collect its due. He didn't know. The only thing he did know was that his brain was suddenly filled with searing white-hot pain as hundreds of metallic pins and gears stabbed into his body from all sides. All he could do was collapse, blood slowly oozing out of the suit and pooling onto the floor around him. It couldn't end like this. It wouldn't end like this. His work was unfinished. Unable to move, his only option was to survive, to live, to keep living. It took days lying in his own blood, but eventually someone found him, a security guard making a normal report. When he saw the animatronics torn apart in the middle of the party room floor, it caused him to file an immediate report of a break-in. An owner would have to come in and claim the damage, and who else would it be other than Henry? Hope jumped in Afton's heart. Henry would see him. They were partners, after all. He would be the one to help save him, to get him out of this suit, to relieve him from this tremendous pain. Henry entered the secret room. His eyes fell on Afton sitting there in the pool of red, and Henry, saying nothing, turned and walked away.
This is just to inform all employees that due to budget restrictions, the previously mentioned safe rooms are being sealed at most locations, including this one. Nothing is being taken out beforehand, so if you left anything inside, then it's your own fault. Management also requests that this room not be mentioned to family, friends, or insurance representatives.
And so there Afton would sit, hanging on for 30 years, trapped behind the walls with an iron will that refused to die. End of this part. I say this part because it's not officially the end of the Afton era just yet, but this just felt like a really solid stopping point, and the episode has gone on forever. Okay, so most of this is things that we already knew, stuff that's been established and re-established time and time again by the games. That said, there are two things that I absolutely have to address. The first and biggest is the placement of Sister location, or more specifically, Elizabeth's death. To me, evidence in game.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but in a hospital, some words mean a
game seems to suggest that it was meant to come before the crying child's death in 1983. The
Picture is
biggest
worth
clue to
1,000
this is that the crying child saw something. Remember what you saw is the phrase that's repeated over and over again by psychic friend Fredbear, aka William Afton speaking through a walkie-talkie in the Fredbear plushie stomach. But what did he see? Well, I think we can tell based on how the nightmare animatronics are visualized. They have mouths in their stomachs, just like Baby ripping in half at the waist to swallow a kid. There's also the empty girl's room, one presumably left behind by a dead sister. And lastly, it explains why he's scared, and more specifically why Afton wants him scared. He needs his kids to stay away from the animatronics. He doesn't want them getting too close, because the last time one of his kids got too close to a robot, his daughter died. That's then why he sets up the nightmares, to scare both Mike and the crying child away from the animatronics from that point forward. That's why books like the Character Encyclopedia outright suggest that we play as the crying child in FNAF 4. That's why he has a nanny cam following the crying child everywhere, so he can keep tabs on his kids when they're out of his sight. He can't let another Elizabeth situation happen. The death of Elizabeth also gives William Afton extra motivation for killing. He's a grieving father. His daughter was taken away from him, so Charlie should die as well. He's lashing out at the world after losing his kids. And again, we know that at least one of his children had to have died prior to Charlie's death, based on the mound
No,
of
he's
dirt that
definitely
we
a bad
see in
guy.
Midnight Motorist. It also allows Circus Babies to open and close earlier in the timeline, which is how you wind up with Funtime Foxy appearing as Mangle in the FNAF 2 location. Basically, Elizabeth dying first has everything it needs to fit, except for the most important thing, the murder weapon. Why would Afton be building an animatronic with a giant claw in its stomach so early in the timeline? At this point, he just has no motive. It just doesn't make sense prior to 1983. At this point in the story, he hasn't killed anyone, and we know for a fact that the missing children's incident is 1985. So Elizabeth's death coming before any of those events just doesn't work, hence why I placed it where I did in the narrative timeline. Afton's death here is also a bit tricky. We know that he returned to the FNAF 1 location to break down the original animatronics in order to harvest their remnant. We know that he melts down 5 things to become one thing. Candy Cadet makes that very clear. So the 5 things are the 5 endoskeletons from the various animatronics. That would be totally fine if it weren't for one huge problem. On his 5th visit to the pizzeria, Afton gets spring locked. So either the 5 becoming 1 starts in 1993, but then finishes 30 years later when he re-emerges from the wall to add the last endoskeleton to his pile, or he's had himself some reason to return to the original location after harvesting all the stuff that he can. It's not ideal, but it's the one angle that makes the most sense. And with that, this next chapter comes to a close, thereby leaving us with 5 more games to cover and another 40 plus years of Fazbear history to recap. Ooh, when you put it that way, something tells me that this might...
That was a good video.
I should watch the next one, bro.
No, we do one a night.
I don't know, bro. I'm hooked.
I'm hooked.
Do we do one more?
We do one more.
Fine.
Hi, I'm Reness, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken strips is dipping them. The chicken strip is a savory, juicy, delicious burst of flavor, but you add onto that the sweet and the tangy that you get from the sauce.
Alright, skibbity toilet, skibbity toilet, skibbity toilet.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory and page 20 of our final FNAF timeline. This is getting ridiculous. Last time we covered William Afton's rise as a serial killer, how the loss of his young son in 1983 caused him to make one fateful promise that would ultimately serve as his driving force for decades. I will put you back together. Fueled by grief and obsession, Afton would lose himself in work and drinks. One night in a fit of rage, he lashes out against Henry's young daughter Charlie, his first murder. This moment becomes the first domino to fall in a long sequence of events that ultimately destroys William's life and the lives of those around him. That one murder gives Afton a taste for blood, resulting in the deaths of 10 more children across 2 different pizzerias. Those children go on to possess animatronics, giving Afton his first exposure to Remnant and the potential solution for bringing his son back to life. The need to learn more about this miraculous power leads him to produce the Funtime animatronics, as well as their capture devices, robots designed to bring kids to him for experimentation and collection of more Remnant. Except there was one thing that he didn't account for: his daughter's curiosity. He made the robots too appealing, and it would cost him Elizabeth's life. Now with 2 children to put back together, Afton was more desperate and crazed than ever, returning to defunct pizzerias to steal the possessed metal still living inside their walls. What he didn't account for, though, were the ghosts, forcing him to pay for the sins of his past. When last we left him, William was spring-locked, bleeding to death behind a secret wall. Gone, but certainly not forgotten.
What lore did I miss?
Video.
Oh,
Today
thanks for the
we're
follow,
finishing up
Blue
chapter 2 of our story, wrapping up the Afton era. Over the next 6 pages, we switch our focus to the other main character of the franchise, Mike, a young boy dealing with the fallout of a stupid childhood decision with tragic consequences. A young man whose life is best described as collateral damage, caught in the blast radius of William's whirlwind of destruction. Now, before we begin, let me just rip off the band-aid now. We won't be finishing the timeline today. I know. I'm sorry, I wanted to, but covering FNAF VR, AR, and Security Breach wound up taking me an additional 9 pages of script. And I've already made you wait long enough for this part, so I just had to make the executive call to break this one up into 2. Don't worry, that part is already written, it is already recorded, it is just in the process of being edited. It is a hefty episode. So mark it on your calendar, that one's actually going to be going live on March 25th. It's also coming complete with a live talk back where we go back over everything from the past couple episodes, as well as having ourselves some very special guests. So overall, that one should be a lot of fun. Fair warning though, the conclusions we've reached that solve Security Breach, they are controversial. I feel good about them. Like, I think that we've locked in on a lot of the answers here, but they're gonna raise a lot of discussion. Let's just say that you're either gonna love that episode or hate it. I don't really think there's gonna be much in between on that one. Anyway, without any further ado, let's cover a chunk of the timeline that's a lot less controversial. Let's meet Mike.
What up,
William
Saucy
still
Fog?
wasn't back. Weird. Michael knew his father sometimes traveled for work, disappearing for days on end, but usually there was some sort of notice, a phone call, a post-it, something. It's not like Michael and his father were close, far from it, but as a household of 2 suffering men coping with years of tragedy and loss, there was at least some element of communication between the 2 of them. They were united by a name and a shared pain. This time though, things felt different. William had left nothing. His absence was longer. There were no check-ins, no updates, just silence. Something had happened. If there was one thing Michael knew about his father, it was that he had contingencies, safety checks, backup plans. His father was a careful and guarded man. He held his cards close to his chest, and as such, William had prepared him in the event that something like this ever happened. Normally, his father kept his home office locked, but in the event of an unexpected, prolonged absence, Michael had been instructed to enter his father's office and look behind an empty set of shelves mounted in the corner of the room. Rolling his eyes, Michael entered the office. Never fully understood how William was able to spend so many hours of his days locked up in here. There was just nothing to do. Most of this place was empty. He dragged himself over to the shelf in the corner, expecting to find an emergency contact list, a family safety deposit box. But what he actually found there was completely unexpected.
Father, it's me, Michael. I did it. I found it. It was right where you said it would be.
The shelf swung open and revealed a giant industrial elevator, one that led straight down into an underground bunker. But that was impossible. Hidden inside his childhood home was a secret entrance to an enormous underground science lair? It didn't make any sense. Seriously, it didn't make any sense. And yet, here it was, mapped directly underneath the floor.
Wait, I'm confused. So the game where you have to like go through the vents and stuff, is that underneath their house?
Yeah, I think so.
Floor plan of the house that he'd grown up in, lost his brother in, been tortured in. Michael thought that he'd known his father, a prideful, sad, angry man with petty, everyday problems.
That
but
game
clearly,
is
he'd been living with a stranger this entire time. His father had secrets. Suddenly, the days of William being locked inside of his office made sense. He'd been here the entire time. Where was here, though? Was this Circus Baby's entertainment and rentals? The Circus Baby restaurant always did seem to be a deeply personal project for father. A failure of his that cut unusually deep, especially after that first location had to be closed prematurely due to the gas leaks. After that day, father really did seem to change, to lose himself even more in his work. Clearly, the entrance he had found was some sort of secret back way into the facility, one that required crawling through vents to navigate. His father had been working here, but in secret. Why? And that's when he found her. At the end of the facility, Circus Baby, his father's pride and joy. Except something was different about her. She wasn't like the others. The way she talked, the stories she told. This wasn't just a robot. She was alive somehow. And not only was she alive, she also felt familiar.
There is something bad inside of me. I'm broken. I can't be fixed. Will you help me?
Was this his sister? William's baby girl? But how? Why? What was this place? He dug around some old...
Hey, Nolan.
Yeah.
You're my baby girl.
Yo, thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I actually was expecting you to say that.
Of course, yeah. Anytime.
Files and found blueprints outlining the features of these animatronics, storage containers, voice mimicking, parental tracking. And was that a child in Freddy's stomach? Was his father collecting and experimenting on kids? Were all the rumors that he'd heard throughout his past actually true? That the animatronics came to life at night? That there were murders done in all the pizzerias? That his father had somehow been the prime suspect in all of it? Suddenly, Michael's mind flashed back to his persistent nightmares throughout his childhood. Had he been experimented on too? Tears stung in his eyes as anger, fear, and confusion filled his body. His father's secrets were pouring out. William wasn't just a lame, overworked father. He was a monster, toying with life itself. Suddenly, everything clicked. He frantically looked around the room, blinking human heads on poles staring back at him. Green eyes, his sister. Blue eyes, his brother. Closed eyes, his mom. All just staring, expectantly. These were meant to be human. William was working down here trying to make believable humans, literally rebuilding the family that they had both lost. The small little girl robots with their British accents roaming the hallways of this underground facility suddenly took on a whole new context.
No. Edward.
Were those
Christian,
meant to be his sister? A replacement for her? A clone? Was William building clones of his sister? They seemed to know him, after all, to react to his presence.
They were all there.
Thank you for the rose. It smells so good.
Recognize me at first.
Thank you for the rose. It smells so good.
They thought I was you.
He always did have a bit of a resemblance to his father. Michael's mind reeled as the reality of his world crumbled to dust. No, he had to get them out of there. If this really was his sister, heck, if any of these things were human, souls, whatever remnant of the humans that they once were, they needed to be rescued.
They always put us back inside. There's nowhere for us to hide here.
Led by the voice of Circus Baby, he marched through the now empty halls of the Funtime Auditorium. He would lead them. He would protect them. And finally, he would be able to forgive himself for the killing of his brother so many years.
State Representative Zach Mako has served his country as an Army helicopter pilot. Zach Mako puts taxpayers...
Poop Spike, Kathy Bennett, Tiggs. Wow, everyone is going crazy right now. We're at 44 viewers.
Scooper,
welcome everyone
that
who just
violent
joined.
extraction arm?
Yeah,
Michael
what's
had
up?
seen that one in the pile of blueprints. Something about heat rendering the magical silver metal inside useless. In reality, prior to getting himself spring-locked and put behind the wall, William's methods had become increasingly sophisticated, with a mechanized arm that could infuse new bodies with a soul. William could finally give and take away life. The only thing he needed were the bodies. But William wasn't the only one looking for bodies, as Michael was about to learn.
But if we looked like
What up, Spider-Man? What up, Calm Down? What up, Nicole?
then we could hide. If we looked like you, then we would have somewhere to go.
Michael was going to be the hero to help these animatronics, all right. He was going to help
Little
the haunted
ant.
tubes and wires of these animatronics escape, just not in the way that he anticipated.
I love dogs.
His sister had lied to him. Another game of pretend. The scooper plowed forward, digging its extraction arm into his body. As he heard his bones ripping through his flesh, Michael blacked out.
But something is wrong with me.
When did this game get so violent? I played up until Fnaf 4. And none of this existed.
This is big time stuff that you're learning right now.
It is. It's kind of blowing my mind.
For the next several months, Michael's life was not his own. He was forced to comply with the tangle of wires and spirits that lived inside of him. His body felt like an overfilled balloon begging to burst as day by day, week by week, his flesh began to sag and discolor. He was a walking, talking, rotting corpse, alive, but wishing he wasn't. He was a puppet, a walking shell. And while he did his best to conceal his fate, there was only so much a man filled with robot spaghetti could do. The entity in his innards would eventually leave, but by that point, the damage had been done. His decaying flesh stank, turning him into a literal purple guy. But still, even with no bones, even with rotting purple flesh and begging to die, Michael continued to live. That silvery metal remnant injected by the scooper meant that he couldn't die. His anger also refused to die. What he had seen down there in his sister's location had rocked him to his core. His father had killed and captured dozens. His experiments had killed his sister and then tortured him throughout all his childhood. He was actively trying to build human replicants. He didn't know where his father was, but Michael knew that he was out there somewhere.
I've been living in shadows. There is only one thing left for me to do now. I'm going to come find you.
Michael had to correct for the sins of his father. He had to make things right. Michael would burn Fazbear Entertainment to the ground. I mean, what else could you do when your skin was permanently purple? Michael's strategy was simple. He would apply for night security guard positions at the old defunct pizzeria locations. That way, no one ever had to see him or smell him during his shift. And all these old, shuttered locations did need guards. Teenage vandals and squatters were always looking to get inside these abandoned buildings, and yet no one ever really wanted to work an overnight grave.
In FNAF 1, you're his son?
I think so.
Oh.
Yard shift unless they were
Isn't that
practically
crazy
out of
how it all...
options. Enter Mike. One by one,
But, like,
he would take on the...
Is this all intentional, or is this just, like, theories?
Intentional.
Is it really?
I think they didn't think about, like, everything, though.
Well, from the first game, I doubt they thought of everything.
Well, no, right away they definitely didn't, but then they built on it for sure.
That's kind of cool.
The job of security guard, changing his name each time to ensure that no one was able to follow his paper trail. Once inside, he could tamper with the animatronics and figure out how they worked, writing about his experiences in his security logbook. While there, he would listen to the old tapes where upper management awkwardly welcomed new recruits to their summer jobs, even though he was working there nowhere near the summer months. He heard the gory details of his father's franchise from the outsiders looking in, confused and afraid about what was happening in the walls around them. Sometimes he would see his brother in the form of the Golden Freddy suit. It's me appearing on the walls around him. Except now, there was something else
the
there.
Pirates Cove
He was no longer
it's always
alone.
there, 'cause
Another
Foxy's never there,
angrier
and he's a
presence
little
was also in the
piece of-
suit, as if two spirits were forced to share the same body. And Golden Freddy would attack him now. It was aggressive. Its vengeance wanted to lash out at anyone with the Afton name, anyone who wore a security guard outfit. Over time, Mike worked his way through the old restaurants, the original pizzeria, the bigger, better Freddy Fazbear's. He spent weeks there looking for clues as to his father's whereabouts, and each time at the end of his week's shift, he would then set the location on fire. Remnant can't survive high temperatures after all. So burning away whatever spirit-laden animatronics that still existed inside seemed like a winning strategy. All this revisiting of his past, though, was causing the nightmares to begin again. Hallucinations that brought him back to his childhood. The guilt around killing his brother. His dreams were oddly mixed with the shrill phone calls of the security guards. But it would all be worth it in the end. The goal was to eventually stumble across the one location, the one job that would finally reunite him with his father. Little did Mike know that that day would come sooner than he expected. 2023, an advertisement came across Mike's TV. Fazbear Frights, a new horror attraction inspired by the awful crimes that occurred around Freddy Fazbear's Pizza so many years ago. It made Mike sick. People looking to make a quick buck off the tragedy of others,
what was that?
His own family. This wasn't a joke or entertainment. Regardless, he had to be a part of it. If this team was combing through his family's history, they might stumble across something that could be useful. And if his father was truly still alive as he suspected, there would be no way that he wouldn't show up here. Maybe finally finally this could be the final chapter in his family's marathon of tragedy. Mike applied for the job and was immediately handed the keys. Years of doing this had taught him that security guards rarely receive thorough security checks. They also liked how creepy Mike looked. They thought it was a costume, on theme for the job. What little they knew.
Hey, glad you came back for another night. I promise it'll be a lot more interesting this time.
For weeks, there was nothing. But just as Mike considered giving up, he received the call that he'd been waiting for years.
You're not gonna believe it. We found one. A real one.
Could this finally be him? Sure enough, there he was. William inside his iconic golden Bonnie Springlock suit, only now it was green and decaying with age. And there they were, a small family of broken men finally reunited. It's been a long time, Dad. Mike had always struggled with the phantoms of his past haunting him, but now all the animatronics he'd encountered over the past months, hopping from pizzeria to pizzeria, suddenly sprang to life, their burned faces haunting him as he tried to keep track of his father on the cameras. It would seem that William's mere presence had put the spirits on high alert. Ultimately, they were harmless, more annoying than anything else, but there was one that felt different from the others, one that was more than just a mere phantom, the security puppet. If he looked at the cameras at just the right moment, he could see it floating there through the halls. He could even see its reflection in the water pooled on the ground. It would seem like he wasn't the only one there on a mission. While he was dealing with Springtrap, Michael assumed that this one was likely dealing with the spirits of this place, finally setting them to rest. Hopefully this means a happier day for all of us, Mike thought to himself. And in that moment, he felt the air around him release, like pressure being let out of a bottle. The building sighed, as if 5 spirits had finally been allowed to move on. He had the sense that his brother was a part of them. He rigged the wiring inside the building to misfire, and the dry, desiccated walls erupted in flames. It is finished.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. But in a hospital, some words...
40 pops.
Except it was not. Somehow, through sheer force of will, Afton remained. He had survived, and Mike would need to find a new way of finishing off his father. Luckily, the solution would present itself later that year. Not from Mike, but from another victim that had been left in his father's wake.
We're talking about becoming a Fazbear Entertainment franchisee. Restaurant
I'm
ownership
like we did
and
a while ago
management.
tonight.
Something almost anyone can do with a limited degree of success. You are now the face of the newly rebranded Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Fazbear Entertainment as a brand had been closed for years. William had been stuck in a suit and a wall. The only person who legally could bring the franchise back was Henry, but he'd largely pulled out of the franchise around the time of his father's disappearance. Something was up. Surely this had to be some kind of a trick, right? Mike, doing what he did best, applied for a franchise and immediately got the job. There was just one thing out of the ordinary. Paragraph 4.
If you are playing this tape, that means that not only have you been checking outside at the end of every shift, as you were instructed to do, but also that you have found something that meets the criteria of your special obligations under paragraph 4.
No employment contract he'd ever signed required him to keep special lookout for independently moving animatronics outside the restaurant. Now he knew something was up here. Henry was luring them all back. Rather than trying to go to them, like Mike had done for years, Henry was doing the opposite. He was putting them all under the same roof. He was finishing them off for good. Mike knew this wasn't meant to be a restaurant. It was meant to be a prison, a containment vessel, a locked box meant to trap them all in so they could finally end the madness. It took a few nights, but eventually everyone was there. His father, the puppet, the robot Spaghetti that had once violated his body, and his sister, now hopelessly devoted to serve the man that had once gotten her killed. It was time. He had been instructed to seal the doors and leave, but while he locked everything down, he didn't move on. If this was truly meant to be the end, if the remnant needed to be washed away, he needed to be a part of that.
This is where your story ends. And to you, my brave volunteer, who somehow found this job listing not intended for you, although there was a way out planned for you, I have a feeling that's not what you want. I have a feeling that you are right where you want to be. And to you monsters trapped in the corridors, be still and give up your spirits. They don't belong to you. For most of you, I believe there is peace and perhaps more waiting for you after the smoke clears. Although for one of you, the darkest pit of hell has opened to swallow you whole.
Oh, I've heard this.
So
This is
Marco!
And with that, it was over. Afton Legacy died with all of them trapped inside of a literal box as the flames danced around the office. Mike, for the first time in decades, was happy. But William wasn't gone yet. Although the darkest pit of hell was open and waiting for him, something or someone wouldn't allow him to move on. Instead, he found himself locked in moments from his past. The pizzeria, his son's room, his underground bunker. It was as if his brain's neurons were all firing at once, overloaded, mixing and matching all his biggest fears, regrets, failures. What was this place? How did he get here? He called out into the silence. Then they started coming. Without warning, animatronics, both new and old, began to jump out at him, bite him, rip him limb from limb. The pain was immeasurable. Make it stop. Make it stop. William, for the first time, longed for death, an end to this torture. Just as it felt like he couldn't take it anymore, everything was quiet again. It was as if the world had been reset. There was a brief moment of quiet, and then the onslaught began again. Dozens of faces from his past all focused on him. A waking nightmare that he couldn't escape from. More pain, more ripping. It was his own personal hell, but why? Why couldn't he just die? And then he saw them, a group of characters he never thought he'd see again. Those janky, stolen characters that had started everything. The mediocre melodies. It had all started to go wrong once they showed up. Once Henry had made them. But mixed in with their obnoxious southern drawls, William heard something else. It was barely a whisper, but he could just make out the words.
He tried to release you. He tried to release us. But I'm not gonna let that happen. I will hold you here. I will...
Okay, are these like real voice clips from the games, or is this
Yeah.
This isn't like him just doing voices?
No, it's real voice clips.
That's funny.
No matter
We're almost at
how
5,000
many
likes.
times they burn us.
What's up, Sonny?
That voice. He knew that voice, but from where? The one he shouldn't have killed. William thought back. He'd done a lot of awful things, but there was always the one that stood out. Not Charlie, his drunken act of revenge. Not Susie, his first true murder. No. Instead, it was the one that he had lost control with. The one that he had broken beyond repair for no good reason other than because he could. The one that he'd stuffed inside the golden bear that his partner used to wear. Cassidy. They were back, and now they were trying to punish him, to make him suffer like he'd made them suffer. It was almost like William and Cassidy's souls had been locked together, fused by a collective rage and spite, each refusing to move on. But while Cassidy was so focused on taking revenge, they actually did the one thing that would be the downfall for so many others. They kept William alive. Even though fire should have destroyed the remnant that was coursing through his being, Cassidy kept William breathing, paving the way for his escape. William's will was so strong, his soul so powerful that he managed to put a part of himself inside the circuitry that housed the spring-locked suit. And there, his consciousness lay, inside a single circuit board, waiting for someone to find him and set him free. A person that no one would suspect. Okay, so a bit of a shorter chunk, but an important one as we shift perspectives to Mike and tell his side of the story. And with FNAF VR, AR, and Security Breach having so much to explain, I didn't want to rush through things by trying to cram it all in here. Don't worry, I know you've all been patient. The final video is happening on March 25th. That is locked, it is getting ready to go. Trust me, I want this thing to be over and done with as much as you. I am not just stretching it out for the views. But before we wrap up for the day, I did want to talk about the big Orville elephant in the room, Mike's quest for revenge. You might have noticed that I was vague about the dates, and there's a good reason for that. I don't know him. There is no good way for me to make them fit in. Here's what I do know. We know with a high amount of certainty that Michael Afton is the character that we play as up until Ultimate Custom Night. Mike Schmidt and Fritz Smith, the security guards for FNAF 1 and FNAF 2 respectively.
Ultimate Custom Night is a canon game?
Yeah.
How is that part of the lore?
I don't know.
That doesn't make sense.
I think it's just like... Yeah, I actually have no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't talk about it, so I don't... It might not be like...
Weird.
For, quote, tampering with the animatronics and odor. So weird connection between the two of them, right? But now, look at the phantom animatronics that are haunting us in FNAF 3. They use models from both FNAF 1 and FNAF 2, meaning whoever is sitting in that security guard chair, Fazbear Frights, they have to have seen both locations and their animatronics. And that's not all. Their designs are burnt. It's a weird detail in the game, and it's something that the character encyclopedia repeatedly calls attention to. The burned texture for these phantom animatronics. Why is that so unusual, though? Fazbear Frights is the first time in the franchise that we hear about anything burning down. From that point on in the story, it's like the characters turn pyro and are suddenly setting fires left and right. But for the first 3 games, nothing ever catches fire. The animatronics are just moved or repurposed in some way. So when did they burn? And why would our security guards see them as being burned? Someone has to have been going location to location, setting these places on fire, purging the sins of the past. We know we're definitely playing as Mike and sister location in FNAF 6 based on the in-game dialogue. And in FNAF 4, there's an Easter egg where we can hear the phone call from night 1 of FNAF 1, meaning that whoever's in that bedroom has heard the recording as a security guard. We also know that Mike has seen the nightmare animatronics based on his drawings in the security logbook. So overall, there is solid evidence that connects all of FNAFs 1 through 6. You'll also notice how the character encyclopedia doesn't have a page for Mike Afton. This thing has a page for Chocolate Bunny Bonnie, but not Michael. Some tells me they don't want us to confirm how many games he's been in, because that would confirm too much of the theory. In short, this gives us an incredibly compelling and complete narrative. Mike as our protagonist, and William, his father, as our antagonist. Mike accidentally kills his brother in Fredbear's mouth, which begins our story and sets William...
The federal government wants to have a say in what you drive. Sometimes your options are...
What up, Jesse? What up?
Mission Crackdown.
RV and booing it. Booing it. Carly. What's up, Carly? It's not my sister, is it? What up, Eric?
31 people in here right now.
On his pathway of destruction. Mike is then haunted by the guilt of his past and is looking to make things right across the rest of the games. In Sister Location, he learns what his father's been up to and realizes what he has to do to correct it. After failing to finish the job in FNAF 3, he ultimately helps Henry end it all in FNAF 6. It is great. It is a clean narrative. There is just one problem: timing. Mike's quest can't really start until he's been down to Sister Location, seen Baby, and gotten himself scooped. That's when he finds out about Afton's secret life. It's also when he's gonna start to smell, because, you know, he's a walking, talking, rotting corpse. And we know that he's not going down into the bunker until the Funtime animatronics have been made, Freddy's has been closed, and Afton is out of the picture. That all should be happening post-1993, after William is sealed behind a wall. But that then presents us with a few problems. Afton has already dismantled the original animatronics as we see in the FNAF 3 minigames. How are those things getting burned if they're already deconstructed? But more importantly, we see FNAF 2 paychecks with the date 1987. That is way earlier than I think it can be. To be fair, Fritz Smith's pink slip on night 7 doesn't have a date, but it's a bit weird to say that the first few nights are in 1987 and then employee number 3 is hired on years after the restaurant closes. Anyway, just wanted to call that out because I don't have a solid answer for it, and I'd love to see your comments down below. And with that, my friends, this chapter comes to a close. We'll see you on March 25th for the grand finale as we cover the final 3 games in the franchise and the controversial answers we think solves what those games were trying to tell us. Until then, my Faz heads, remember, even though Afton kinda succeeded in being brought back to life, gotta admit, he's still looking a little bit on the dry, dehydrated side. I suppose 3 fires and being dead for a decade will tend to do that to you. Fortunately,
Andrew,
thanks to today's sponsor, Era.
I think we gotta stream the whole 8-hour video at one time.
Yeah, one day this summer. Okay, I'm doing
8-hour video?
There's an 8-hour lore video on YouTube.
Really?
And I think that's really funny. Okay, I'm gonna
Who made it?
It's some random YouTuber.
That shit's probably like
Today.
It's just yapping.
Like, yeah, like what?
Where is it? Oh no, this is Game Theory. 8 hours and 47 minutes.
Which one?
5 Nights at Freddy's lore in only 8 hours, 47 minutes, 38 seconds. Like, that's insane. W.
Like, there's no way anybody would ever watch that.
But I guarantee you people have.
Yeah, that's insane.
Do one more attempt on night 4.
Imagine like telling people, like, yo, I've been like what have you been up to? Like, I've been working on an 8-hour 5 Nights at Freddy theory.
How as the YouTuber do you make that? Like,
imagine how long that shit took to upload.
That's insane. How do you edit that? How do you edit an 8-hour video?
That had to have taken like months.
Does it have over 1 million views?
Ooh, I don't know. How many? Look it up. Correctionally, my sister did. Your sister did what?
Oh, she watched the whole thing.
No, no way. Yo, what's up, Carlos?
Bro, what? No way your sister watched
That
an
has
8-hour FNAF
4.2 million views. But that's not even that much.
That's low-key some shit I would do, though, low-key.
Watch that whole thing? Over Christmas break?
Yeah.
That's insane, GG. What's up, Alex? What's up, Gavin?
It really just depends how entertaining the person going over the lore is. Like, MatPat's, like, cool. Like, I like listening to him. Anyone else we feel like would be annoying.
Yeah. I don't understand how somebody could gap for that long.
Yeah, like, I mean, MatPat just did the whole timeline in, like, 4, like, 25-minute videos. Why do you need 8 hours?
Like, how much more detail could you add? Is what I'm
literally.
I don't know. What's up, Caitlin?
I bet the guy just, like, makes shit up. Like, just pulls shit completely out of his ass.
He definitely does.
He's probably
What's up,
like Eric
Stevie?
Woods
What's up,
and
Tessa?
Fred Bear.
Eric Wood is a yapper.
If you told me one of my friends made an 8-hour Five Nights at Freddy's video, my first guess would be Eric.
I would be pretty proud of him.
It's quite the feat.
I wouldn't watch it, but I'd be proud of him. Dum 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 dum.
What up, Brian? What up, Potato Garden? What up, Silly? What up, Bleep?
Andrew, how much is Sister Location on Steam?
I have no idea. I think most of them are $5, but I could be wrong.
No, you're probably right.
507 Ghost. I'll look after I win or die. If I can beat Night 4.
Like the first, like...
At least the first 3 are $5.
The first 4 games don't really have like any like... Well, like, they all like have lore, but like they don't have like any like voice actors or like anybody like talking. Then Sister Location has like all those voices.
What's up, girl raising her hand? What up, Dre? What up, Dot? What up, Moan? What up, Scara? What up, High? What up, user 7835475? Joseph A. Mama. What up, Egg? Hey, thanks for the follow, Egg. Royal Draven. What up, Julie? Yo, I'm doing, not so bad right now. Not to jinx it. My fave game. I can't get past Night 4.
Night 4, more like Night Impossible. Am I right or what?
Exactly.
Dum dum dum
What's
dum
up,
dum
Emma?
dum.
Bro, now I'm at 43% battery. Not looking so good.
Bro, you are always under 50 at 3.
It's because Foxy. He just knocks on my door and he takes all my battery. I'm not dealing with you. It said it's me on the side. Did it? I didn't even notice. Not now, but I probably did before. What up, Minnick? Panda teleporter. Goofy Goober. Somebody's walking around. That's cool. Are you kidding me?
It's me, it's me, it's me, it's me, it's me, it's me,
How did I already
it's me.
lose?
Damn, bro, how did Freddy even get in it?
Like, how do I stop this from happening? Somebody who knows this game. I'm just gonna stop Foxy from getting it, and I'm just gonna sit here. I'm just gonna wait. What up, Sadface? What up, user 4517? What up, Ewan? What up, your mom? Brayton? Let's go.
You try going on the cameras to put yourself out of your misery.
But, like, is there any way I get through this? Like, that's what I'm wondering.
I really don't think, but I don't know.
No, there's no way. Bro, yeah. Okay, I'm doing... Thanks for the follow, Stitch. Thanks for the follow, Ben R. Jr. What up, Taylor? Okay, I'm doing one more, and then if I die, I'm done. Somebody forwarded the video. That means a lot. Thank you. Thanks for sharing the video, Egg.
I'm gonna hit the hay right now.
All right, I'll see ya.
See you, boys.
See ya.
Is Jack still here?
Yeah.
What's up?
I'm like falling asleep though, so I'm gonna get.
No, you're good. If you want to leave, I'm doing one more attempt and then I'm done. What's up, Lily? What's up? It's me. How is Foxy already happened? Wingleheimer. What up, Mark? Jack Harlow. I'm hoping that I win too. I have literally tried Night 4 probably 30 times, and I can't beat it. And I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. What's up, Noah?
Alright, Andrew, I'm gonna head out.
All
Good
right.
night.
See you, Jack. What up, Flammy? What up, Michael? What up, Will? Goddamn, Foxy getting fast. What up, Henry? Hey, thanks for the follow. Save Jax. What up, Lucas? What up, Reese? Seabass? Peter? Thank you for the rose. Smells so good. What up, AC? What up, Animation? What up, Kyle? What up, Van Smack? What up, Scottish? What up, Alex? Barney? Brady, I appreciate you saying that. It means a lot. What a flare. What does it mean? Well, I remember that the door is jammed. Just don't turn up cans because that's death, and just wait. But is there a way that the doors will unjam? Also, what is this Freddy music? What do I do about this? Does that mean Freddy's coming? What up, Mikey? What up, Richie? What up, Archangel? What up, Mason? What's up, Hey? Okay. What's up, Ari? Until 0 power and the chance that Freddy's music box will be played long and the chance you get to 6. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Hey, Chica, can you leave? You're kind of stealing all my battery. What's up, Cadence? You can leave me alone, it's fine. What up, Anthony? What up, Twister? Favorite song? Ooh. Probably Turning Out. It's AJR, so don't judge. But Turning Out. What's up, Lauren? What's up, Yes? What's up, Eddie? What's up, Danny? What's up, Cookie? What's up, Willie? There it said "It's me" on the sign. I saw that. Hey, thanks for the follow, Riley. Let's talk in the chat. Ask me some questions. No shot I make it with the battery I have. Bro. How tall am I? I am 6'2". I'm just gonna die there. I'm gonna do one more. Oh god, I just messed everything up. Man, it was wraps. I know, I don't know, I don't know what I can do differently. I just got sorry about that. Okay, this is actually the last one, no matter what happens. What up, Miss Rose? What up, Derek? What up, Greta? What up, Stargirl? What up, yeah. Thanks for 6,000 likes. 6,500, 6,600 likes. That's kind of crazy. You got a YouTube channel? Yes, I do. I don't post much on there. I just kind of post the streams. But YouTube is listed. It's just HM Saxy, same thing. But I would appreciate a subscribe on there. That'd be sick. I think I'm also live on YouTube. I don't know. I don't have chat pulled up for YouTube though, so sorry about that. What up, Limeade? Limeade's a great drink. Top tier. Bot hacker. Che, Kai. There's been lots of Kais in tonight. What's up, Easy? What up? At Riley. What's at Riley? What up, Audra? Audra would be my name if I was a girl. Don't kill me, I'm texting my girlfriend. To be in the schlat. Fox is not out. We're good. We're good. What up, Lusa? What up, Fudkiss? Leave me alone. What up, Hyan? What up, Billy? What up, Lunar Noir? Chris? Not the dude. What up, Manny? Ben? Maddie? I don't know what something. Foxy's out, I can just feel it. No, he's not. I like football joint. XXX Temptation. Rose T. Jack of all trades. Jeremiah. Am I gonna make it? Alright, so ever played FNAF 2? I've played FNAF 2 on my phone when I was a kid. Never on PC. This is my first ever PC run through of these games. But I'm gonna try to play all of them. But if I can't get past night 4, I doubt I can get past night 5. What up, Tyler? What's your favorite Five Nights at Freddy's? I've only played 1, 2, and 3. 32? I didn't know there were 32 Five Nights at Freddy's. Little Febreze. Okay, so Freddy laughs. Does that mean he's outside my door? Something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if it's more. My most recent TikTok was just a compilation of my deaths. I'm choked there. What up, Sammy? Thanks for the likes. Rogan, Nobody, Sonnet. Somebody's stomping around outside. None of the above. What's up, Vivian? What's up, Liam? What's up, Divine? What's up, Bolt? What's up, Shay? Yo, if you guys could follow, I'd greatly appreciate that, because you need like 1,000 followers or something to get subs. And that'd be sick. So if you wouldn't mind following, I'd love you guys forever. Fox is just always taking all my battery. I don't know what to do about it. What's up, Tori? You can leave, Bonnie. It's alright. What up, Dragon Slayer? What's up, Dom? Can you leave me? Come on, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Get out of my door. Come on. Come on. Dude. I don't even know what to do. You leaving? Is that you? No. Chica's over here, no? You can leave, dude. It's fine. There goes all my battery. Yeah. That's cool. I don't even know what to do. What am I doing wrong? That's gonna be it for tonight. Because, yeah. Egg, if you want to see tomorrow, I'll be streaming around 9 o'clock. It'll be the same shit. So. Thanks everyone for watching. And, I'm done. See ya.
Powering off.